Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to tell you if the interviewer asks you the question, explain me your project, so how you have to deal with this question, how you have to explain your question. So first of all, you have to break down your project into different parts. And what are that different parts? Let me discuss all that parts with you one by one. So the very first thing should be that firstly you have to tell the title of your project. Along with it, you also have to tell what kind of project it is, whether it is a desktop application or it is a web application or etc. So this is the first thing you have to tell to the interviewer. Secondly, you have to tell to the interviewer what is your application basically. What will your application do? What is its exact work? So basically this is the second thing you have to tell to the interviewer. Third, you have to tell them the problem statement of your project. Why you choose to go with this project? What is the reason behind creating this project? This is something which is very important for you. This is something which is very important because obviously when we have some problem statement, then only we will make some project on it, right? So, if you'll include this point in your explanation, then the interviewer might get impressed with you, right? So this is the third thing which you have to include in your explanation, that what is the problem statement of your project, right? And fourth, you have to tell them the objective of your project. Fifth, you have to tell them the structure of your project, like how many different modules your application will consist, how many different sections your application will consist. For example, if your application is quiz application, then it might contains the admin section, it might contains the teacher section, it might contains the student section. So basically this is the fifth point you have to tell to the interviewer. Sixth, you have to tell them the technical details of your project, including the working of your project and which type of conventions or principles does your application follows. Does your application follows MVC model or some different kinds of model? So basically technical details you also have to tell to the interviewer. Seventh, you have to tell them the tools and technologies which have been used in your project. Like in which code editor did you write your whole code, right? And the second thing is what you have used to develop the front end part. Which language do you use to develop your project? What kind of database you have used to store your data, right? So basically tools and technologies part you also have to tell to the interviewer. Eighth, challenges faced. Basically this is the separate interview question, but you should be prepared for it. You should be prepared for the question, what are the challenges you have faced during the creation of your project? And the challenges might be like related to the data management, related to the authentication, right? So basically you have to be prepared for it, okay? Ninth and lastly, you have to be prepared for the question, what are the future enhancement of your project? In the end, I would like to tell you, you also have to collect the minor details of your project, because the interviewer might ask you how many tables were there in the database which have been used in your project, right? And secondly, if I talk about the quiz application, so interviewer might also ask you where you store the answers, where you store the questions, where you store the teacher's detail, where you store the student's detail, in which table you have stored all the details or all the performance details, right? So basically you also have to prepare for these minor details as well, because I remember all these questions have been asked to me in the Silver Sky company. In the end, I would like to tell you, it's not about how basic your project is. If your presentation is perfect and you have known every details about it and you are telling the interviewer everything on point, then the selection will be the piece of cake for you. So basically this is the first part where I briefly explain you how you have to break down in your projects into different points. And in the next part, in the second part, I will tell you, or I will explain you one of the project made by me, so that it will get crystal clear into your head, or it will get fit into your head, because examples are the best way of learning. So thank you so much guys for your patience. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel.